Hi guys, the holiday season is upon us and we are going to make a holiday classic. We are making a classic peach cobbler that has the perfect crust and it's very juicy and flavorful on the inside. This recipe is simple, it's easy, and you will see how I did this in just 6 minutes. Hi folks, in today's recipe we are going to be making peach cobbler, and this is my version of a peach cobbler. We are going to be using the canned peach, and if you want to use fresh peaches, I also have a recipe for that. So in our casserole dish, I am adding half cup of butter, which is 1 stick, and I'm going to place it in the oven to melt and heat up the casserole. We have our bowl and we are adding 1600 ml of canned peach in light syrup, but I've reserved 1/4 cup of the juices for later. To this, I am adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla, pumpkin spice. I like to use pumpkin spice because it gives a really nice depth of flavor, and it also has nutmeg and cinnamon in it. 3/4 cup of sugar, and I'm using brown sugar and white sugar as a mixture. I don't want my peach cobbler base to be too sweet, so I am just using 3/4 cup. To level off the flavors, I'm adding just a pinch of salt. We have 2 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and this is going to be our thickener, our slurry for our filling. Give it a nice little mix. So we are now going to put this inside of our mixture. Turn it up. And I'm not using too much spices because I want to keep the natural flavor of the peaches. Get all the sugar to dissolve. For our butter, I am going in with 1.25 cups of flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/4 cup of cake flour. We are adding 2¼ teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Most of the spices are going to be in the batter, and the base flavors are going to be in the filling, which would keep the original peach flavors. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and to this I am grating just a piece of fresh nutmeg. Not too overpowering, and we are giving this a nice mix. The smells are so amazing and warm. So we are going to go in with our wet ingredients now. I like to use evaporated milk because evaporated milk gives it depth and it gives it some deep flavor. 1/2 cup of evaporated milk. Instead of whole milk, I like to use buttermilk. 1/2 cup of buttermilk. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and I just like to add 1/4 cup of the peach syrup that we reserved earlier into this. So we're going to give it a good mix and create a lovely batter. And our batter is ready. A nice flow. Our baking dish is piping hot, and we're going to pour some of our butter in, and we're going to layer this beautifully. We're going to put in, let's begin to put in our peaches, and I'm going to reserve most of the juices for after. The juices are going to thicken up beautifully. And you can check out the recipe for a peach cobbler of fresh peaches in the description box, and it will be at the end of this video. For the rest of our batter, I like to have some peaches stuck out in my peach cobbler. The peaches, we just have a few. Smells so peachy and so nice. I'm going to add some of the juices there and the rest of the butter. Scrape everything out. So we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour. Our peach cobbler is done, nice and golden, and I will allow this to cool down for about 25 to 30 minutes. Our classic peach cobbler is done. It's nice, juicy, and it's bubbly, and it has a beautiful crispy crust. Let's cut our peach cobbler and enjoy. You don't have to use ice cream to enjoy this peach cobbler. It's juicy that it's gonna have you licking even the plate. If you enjoyed making peach cobbler with me today, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, help me to grow my YouTube channel, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and be on the lookout for more Thanksgiving and holiday recipes. See you in the next recipe.